Terrorism is about the use of often extreme violence in order to intimidate others and to cause others terror, and the terror threat at the moment in this country is quite high.
Okay, and the examples I suppose people could be using of terrorism would be 9/11, the blowing up of the Twin Towers by Al Qaeda, sanctioned by Osama bin Laden. And unfortunately, from a fundamental point of view, he was doing that, he said, in the name of Islam, but obviously totally against the principles of that religion.
Yeah, absolutely. I think terrorism is about inflicting this terror on other people, and ultimately it's about trying to get something from the government of those lands. And there are lots of examples of terrorists. We probably are more familiar with religious terrorists. So yeah,
you've got the examples, for instance, of ISIS in Paris recently, where unfortunately they gunned down a large majority of people. And what about Christian terrorists? We don't hear a lot about that. Is there anything that you could tell me about that? Talk
about religious terrorism is actually that of the IRA, which is something that was much more prevalent as I was growing up as a child, and I think it's easier for us to forget that terrorists can be found in a lot of different religions, unfortunately.
And in Northern Ireland, where you're talking about with the IRA, between obviously the Catholics and the Protestants, and it was known, I think, as the Troubles, and over 3,000 people died during those Troubles, which was actually more than the amount of people who unfortunately died in the Twin Towers attack. I'm also thinking about this other organisation I've heard a little bit of called the Army of God.
Yeah, Army of God. So they're a Christian, so-called Christian organisation who work to try to eliminate, where possible, opportunities for women to terminate their pregnancies and have abortions. They use certain passages from the Bible to support what they think. And actually what they do is they inflict terror and attack women and people who are connected to issues of abortion. Okay. Absolutely horrendous.
And I think they've been going since the early 1970s, and they've attacked different abortion clinics around the United States. I think there's been just under 2,500 incidents, of which one of those incidents was this guy who actually shot one of the abortionist doctors.
Yeah, and he was then imprisoned, and interestingly alarmingly felt absolutely no remorse for what he did. Very much felt like he was doing the work of God and the work of Christianity, and actually felt that he'd be rewarded in heaven for that. This is not a position that is commonly held in Christianity.
Okay, thank you.